Hi crafty friend, it's Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Today I'm going to take a circle add-on or circle shaped add-on die that is new to Trinity stamps, and I'm going to stretch my supplies and make it work for a 5x7 or an A7 style card. I'm going to start with assembling this really beautiful little fish, and this is just so sweet. I die cut it out with a darker purple and a lighter purple cardstock, but I also die cut it with the holographic cardstock from my stash. I chopped off the tail, and now I'm just going to ever so carefully add it to the back of the tail, and I'm only gluing a little bit so it kind of comes off of my project a little bit, and that just adds extra dimension. Then I'm going to inlay the two holographic body and head pieces for the fish. This fish is just so darling, and it fits so nicely in this little tank. I love how almost everything adorable from Trinity Stamps has little faces on things. It just makes projects look so much cuter. So I went ahead and added the little eye to the face, and I have the fish looking down because I'm going to add all sorts of cute little fish and accessories to the fish tank that are embellishments that will make the fish kind of have some fishy friends in the tank. Then I'm going to take all these little pieces and inlay them into the fins. This just gives such a pretty sparkly look, and it makes the die just pop and shine. Now you might be wondering, what is the blue blob on the other side? So that is for you to make a shadow piece for the fish. Now I die cut mine out in blue because I want the fish to look like it is in the tank. So it will be kind of like I don't know exactly, the aura and halo are not the right words, but it's just kind of like the water around the fish. So you could totally die cut it in a color to match the fish and just make the fish look a little bit bigger. I think you could also do some kind of a shaker with this fish. It would have to be super teeny tiny, but I think it could be done. I'm just saying, if you have that light purple piece, you could totally die cut out several pieces of that and make that work. Now you see me piecing together the little pieces of the fin here. I did end up losing one piece. I do find it later on my mat, but we won't talk about that. I'm just going to take a scrap and cut it down to the right size and just piece it in. You can see that this tool that is the pick and poke tool, or place and poke, I'm not sure the right exact, I will have it linked in the description, but this little tool from Trinity Stamps makes it so easy to put all those little pieces exactly where they need to go. All right, so there's my assembly of the fish. I'll just add it to this little blue piece. Sorry, we are really up and close and personal with this fish today. All right, let's zoom out. Yay. And let's talk about some of the other little pieces from this die set. There's little rocks. There are seaweed. There's also a little ship. But almost my favorite thing from this whole release is this sentiment that says "tanks so much." I love it. I love it so much because, hello, I love a pun. I just adore puns. And it's also fish, and I love fish and space, and like underwater style cards are my favorite. So anytime we have extra dies and stamps that are space or underwater themed, I am all for it. So I've die cut out that sentiment with the same purpley cardstock that I used for the fish, just so it will all match. And then I love using white cardstock for the sentiments like this that have like the shadow, because it just pops. And I love my projects to just pop. I'm using a little bit of liquid glue there and just pouncing it on the glue so it sticks. You can also use the rip and stick tape if that is more of your style. Now, the extra fun part about this sentiment is that there is a fish inside the sentiment, and I just thought that was so clever. So I'm going to go ahead and add this glitter cardstock that I die cut out with the K. And I have this little face piece for the fish. So cute. And then there are little eyes. And there's also a mouth. A little like unsure, wobbly, smiley mouth. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Now I have my marker here and I just colored in the smile because when you die cut it, it's all kind of the same color. But I like to kind of switch up some things. And instead of die cutting it out a couple times, I just die cut it all out in white and then used a marker to color in what I wanted. So I didn't have to die cut out 3 different times. Then I added a teeny tiny little fin and an even teenier tiny little eyeball to the white eye. If you don't want to add that little teeny tiny dot for the eye, you could certainly just add a black gel pen or a pen and just add a dot. There is that little fin piece. It was hiding this whole time. Off to the recycling bin you go. Okay. Now, I love adding extra special things to my projects, and I like doing that with my shading sidekicks and my sticky mat. You'll see all my pieces here on the sticky mat. It is from Trinity Stamps. It's called the Clingy Craftmate, and it holds my pieces in place. And the little shading sidekicks, sorry, my hand was totally right over that, but I start off of my project and bring the brush right on it to the ink, and I'm just adding a little bit of some shadow to it, not too serious. And then on the seaweed, I'm just adding a little bit of darker green on the base of it, so it looks like it is some kind of a gradient, and that just brings the project to life. I think adding those teeny tiny details really just bump up the excitement on the project, especially with all these little die cut details. It just makes it look so special. So we've got our little sunken ship here. There's pieces that kind of create the back of the ship, the front of the ship, and then there are these pieces that work for the sails. So you can die cut it out and then you'll have some extras. You can either just toss the extras away, like if you don't want the sails to be brown, you could also just add them on and then add the white ones on top, and that would just bring extra dimension. I've done that in the past. I didn't do it this time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add this ray stencil. This is one of my favorites from Trinity. And like I said, I'll have everything linked and listed down below. So if you're looking for specific names, they will be in the descriptions, the description of this video. And I'm going to just add some little light rays. Oh, a little bird just hit the window. If you heard a clunk, poor bird. That happens so often here. Anyway, maybe the bird just wants to come craft with me. Okay, sorry, distracted. Now back to this. I'm going to add ink on the bottom part of the bowl because ideally the light is coming from the top of the bowl. And so the darker part of the water would be away from the light. So I just added it on the bottom, and now taking water that I have in the spray bottle, just the wand, and tapping it so it looks kind of watery. And then that will just kind of settle into the cardstock however it wants. Because it's water, it doesn't need to be perfect, and a little bit of splattering and such is kind of fun. Even on the parts where it was just cardstock and no ink showing, that water just kind of is, I don't know, it just works really well. Now, a tip to get your oranges to pop is to start with yellow cardstock. What? Yeah. Start with yellow cardstock and bring an orange ink to it. So I'm using Guppy from Simon Hurley and just bringing this orange ink to the yellow cardstock. Now this yellow cardstock I got from my local craft shop that closed 3 years ago. It's so sad. So I definitely hoard this yellow cardstock because it is like the brightest yellow cardstock that I've ever been around. Not to be too dramatic, but I love it. You're going to see me get really messy here. Yep, we're going in with my full hand and then just adding some of this extra splatter to the background. It happens, okay? I'm telling you, it's okay to get messy in your craft room. Just wipe it up and we're fine. Especially if you're using water-based dye inks. It's fine. Just go wash your hands. You're fine. Okay. Moving on. We'll let that dry for a second. I'm going to also add some white acrylic paint as a splatter background. We'll set that to the side so it can dry. I'm just having a fun time making this card. Can you tell? Okay, we're going to add all the little bits and bobs to make this little aquarium or fish bowl come to life. Now, if you don't want to make a 5x7 card, this fish bowl does fit very well on an A2 sized card. So that is 4¼ by 5½. Or it also fits on a 5x7, which is what I'm doing here today. I love the sizes of the Trinity stamps dies because sometimes I love having extra room because I want to add like that big, bold sentiment, or I want to add extra elements to the card and not just have the fishbowl. So I love making these bigger cards. They're perfect for having large groups sign a card. So if you're thanking someone and having a whole bunch of people sign it, like a whole family or a whole office or a whole staff, or oftentimes our whole school signs a card, or a large group of them anyway. And when you have more than 100 people signing a card, an A2 doesn't really cut it. So sometimes I reach for the bigger card bases, and it's always fun just to stretch the supplies a little bit more and to go big. You could even do, maybe you could do like a pet store and have several fish bowls and then do an A9, which is huge. It's a big, big card. Or you could do this for a scrapbook layout. I think that some of these shaped dies are really great for scrapbooks because they are so big. The original circle shaped die, which is the donut and the bagel. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it is the card base that works for the circle shaped add-on. But that would be so cute on a scrapbook layout with multiple donuts. Yes, please. That sounds amazing. Okay, now I'm going to add my little greens all over the background. I'm going to use my little reverse tweezers just to kind of sneak them in ever so slightly different places. Now, you might have watched me as I was chattering about donuts. I did add the ship with some foam tape and foam strips. The foam strips I get are from Trinity stamps. They are 3mm, so they are nice and tall. They're perfect for shakers and they're perfect for adding lots of dimension, which I adore. So I went ahead and added dimension so I could tuck those little greens all around. Now the rocks I have here are just pretty simple, but when I was die cutting out the fish, I had this extra little fin. So I did actually put that holographic little fin down below as a nod to the story of rainbow fish. As a kindergarten teacher, I could not help myself. I've got that little holographic fish scale down hiding in the seaweed. And if you've read that story, let me know in the comments. It has nothing to do with card making, but with card making, I think it's fun to make art and have little stories on your projects. So that's what I did today. Now I have this black scrap of cardstock. I'm just going to do a rough little cut. I guess there's not really a nicer way to say that, but it's just like a little bit of a cut because I'm making a table or a background for this fishbowl to rest on. So it doesn't need to be perfect, but it just is a little black table basically for it to sit on. Otherwise, the fish tank or fish bowl is floating off into space, and I don't love that. So it needs somewhere to be grounded. Now this panel is just a little bit smaller, so it's totally fine. I'm going to add this black strip down to the bottom, and that will cover it up. I am putting all of this directly onto my card front, which is the A7, so 5x7 style card. And then I'm just going to chop off the edges. But if you would not like to do that with scissors, you could totally bring this over to your paper trimmer and just chop off the extras. But that big, bold sentiment really works with this card. I love it. All right, more foam tape to bring the scene to life. Do you see how that yellow paper just really glows with that orange ink? That is my favorite way to get an orange to pop. All right, now I'm going to add that on also with some foam. This is where the card gets extra fancy. I'm adding embellishments, which are my favorite part about card making. I added these little silver, I'm going to have everything linked in the description. So if you're looking for names, you can either see them right on there. But I'm using a mix I actually made myself. Last summer, I made a gnome that was underwater. I love that card. I think it's with Trinity stamps now, but I made this little gnome that was swimming with the gnome stamp from Trinity, and I made my own like Santa in Hawaii card. So I have this random mix of fish with snowflakes, but Trinity does sell these embellishments with just the fish with no snowflakes. So if you're looking for that, you totally can. But these fish just add little friends for my main fish to have. I hope you have enjoyed this card, and I hope that you grab for some of your larger dies and put them onto bigger cards, or perhaps you grab some of the new goodies from Trinity Stamps. I really enjoy this card, and I hope that you get to have some crafting time very soon. Again, all supplies are linked and listed down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button before you head out. And there will be some videos on the screen in just a minute, so you can go ahead and click to the next one. Bye, crafty friend.